hold on, y'all. AK Gorilla, what's up, man? What's happening? K Money, what's good? What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Got me? All right, cool. Cool, man. Welcome back to another episode, man. I ain't doing the Zoom today. What up? AK Gorilla, Prince Nakeem, what's good? Magneto, Miss Gemini. What's good, man? All right, man. A few people that's in here, man. Let's hit the like button, man. Let's get up. Let's do what we normally do, Hacksaw Jim Duggan style. Let's get the count up real fast so we can get the alert. That's the first time I actually saw it come to my phone. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Ray Lewis, man, what's good, man? Zig to the Zagger. Zig to the Zizagger. What's good? What's happening, man? Okay, Magneto Onyx, you in there on the monthlies? That's what's up, man. You in there? That's dope. That's dope, man. I'm good, Zigzagger. I'm cool. Probably a little energy waning a little bit, but hopefully we can pick that up. I'm good. I'm gizzard. All right, where we at, man? I'm a little earlier than normal. All right. So people just gonna have to catch the playback real fast. All right. Hold on. Let me check my phone. Somebody hit me up. Oh, hold on, man. I gotta wait till one of my riders come through. Also see a star in the planet configuration tonight. Yeah. So you can go out. If you're on the East Coast, you better hurry up. Because the moon is in the western portion of the sky. So right at sunset, you'll be able to see that crescent moon in the new moon phase or first quarter phase. In conjunction to some pretty bright, cool things out there. All right. It's definitely one of those things you can make a wish on for sure. You know what I mean? So it's some pretty stuff out there tonight in the sky. It's funny you said that, man. I was actually about to hit my inner circle up like, yo, let's all go out and concentrate, and perhaps we will do that. So what's out there though? What's out there, man? If we just came off a new moon and we are in Scorpio season, right? What's out there? What's out there? Where the moon at? You know what I mean? Hey, what's happening? Hey, nigga, what's happening? David Duke, I'm clapping them. Moon is in Capricorn, so therefore we see the moon by two bright stars. That's going to be Jupiter and Saturn. That's pretty cool. If you ever want to see Jupiter and Saturn, ladies and gentlemen, you should go outside and take a look. Interesting, because this in the mythology is the clash of the Titans. Yes, Kronos, his son, gives birth to Zeus, and they overthrow Zeus. They overthrow Kronos, which is really, man, listen. That is, from this point right here, that's 4,000 years in the future. With that story, it's 4,000 years in the future from this point where we at right here. You know what I'm saying? Because the next age is Capricorn in 2,000 years. There go Kronos right there. And after Capricorn, in the procession of the equinoxes is who? Which majigger? Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, which is Zeus. So in the Greek mythology, Zeus overthrows his daddy, Kronos. You dig? And so even though we've seen it in the sky today and it's taking place with government, from where we're at right now, that's really something that's talking about the procession in 4,000 years from now. Okay. I want to talk about futuristic. All right, man. So I think I'm gonna open up today with, first of all, y'all gotta click the like button because it's enough for y'all in here to get the like button up to the double digits. Come on, man. We can't start till I get to the magic number 11. Lottie dotty. Lottie dotty. We like to party. Come on, man. Give me one more. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Can I get one more? What happened? Somebody detracted? I thought I saw 10. Am I crazy? All right. So I want to start with something in the Holy Quran. Tonight's subject matter is called rotten fruit, male egotism. Now, why am I putting the Nation of Islam as the image here? Okay. Well, it's because without a shadow of a doubt, it is absolutely the most respectable organization for Black men. I can also probably say, and women. Okay. So I'm talking about those of us who come up short and we choose to accept that shortness and not strive towards our perfection, especially if you have been introduced to these particular lessons. It goes to all men, period, but especially for those of us who at one point in time, perhaps studied the lessons so much so, wrote a letter, received an X, and went in. But we choose to do nigga shit. So therefore, we're going to label that as rotten fruit. It has nothing to do with the organization. It has something to do with the potential of the individual who is choosing not to activate that particular potential. Okay. All right. So in the Holy Quran, Surah 65 is called divorce. And it's very interesting because it only has 12 verses, known as ayats. Okay. I am going to tell you that these 12 verses are symbolic for the 12 zodiac signs, because the very last verse, and hear me closely on this, you're talking about divorce, some shit that's really important, critical. And watch how the last verse reads. God created 7 universes in the same number of earths. The commands flow among them. This is to let you know that God is omnipotent and that God is fully aware of all things. So, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean, one, you created 7 universes and 7 earths? Are there 7 planet earths? No. So we know it's not talking about physical earth. But maybe you say, well, okay, it's talking about the 7 planets, because still from this day forward, we can only see 7 cosmic bodies. Okay. Yes. With the naked eye. Okay. Did you know that? It would be what? Sun, you can see. It's a cosmic body. Moon, you can see for sure. Mercury, you can see. Venus, you can see. Mars, you can see. Jupiter, you can see. Saturn, you can see. There goes 7. There go your Lord of the Rings right there. Anything past Saturn as a planetary body, you cannot see with the naked eye. So it's safe to say that the 7 Earths are really the 7 planets. Then we have to deal with the 7 universes. But I'm not concerned about the 7 universes in this particular dialogue. Rich Wealthy, what up? What up? Okay. I'm not worried about that. Okay. What I'm more interested in is in the passage that says the commands flow among them. So wait a minute. There's 7 planets and you're telling me commands? Commands that's military. It ain't no suggestion. That's like a command. That's an order. 7 commands flows through them. Interesting. And then you go on to say, this is to let you know that God is omnipotent and that God is fully aware of all things. So then my question would rightfully have to be, well, if the 7 commands are coming from planetary bodies to become one with Allah, to become the knower of God, what must we know? Yes, we talked about this in the previous episode where it talks about and God established the heaven for a specific purpose. And he established the heaven and then he established the law. And he established the law so you won't go against it. Well, if you establish the heaven and then you establish the law, then what is the law based upon? Oh, the law has to be based upon the heavens. Okay? We're going to have to deal with this. Okay? So I want to open it up with that. That's very interesting because you're telling me at the conclusion of divorce is something about 7. Now, here's a little exercise that you can do for yourself. You can open up a extra window on your computer and type in 7-year itch. Okay? Hold on, because I got an important real estate call coming in. Yo. Man, ain't nothing. I'm on this YouTube live, man. I was just checking in with you real fast on that fix. We good?
Oh man. So the main shut-off valve over there is fucked up. It's fucked up, so I couldn't shut the water down. I shut it down enough to put one of them in, but I couldn't get the other one in. And like after that, you know what I'm saying? That's about the best I could do. But the good thing is I ain't even gonna charge you for it.
Is it still knocking?
Yeah, somewhat. The problem is, man, it's too much shit running on that system down in that basement, man. It got like too many extra shits going on. You know what I'm saying? But until you can't shut the water off to drain the water out the line, get the air pressure right, then it's gonna keep on doing that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. I'll text you tonight when I get off the line. If you sleep or something, just hit me first thing in the AM. All right. Things you go through, man, when you're dealing with these properties. All right. So sorry about that. All right. So at the conclusion of divorce, and I really apologize about that, but y'all know I do this real estate thing, and I do that live. I like that because for those of you that's learning, I want you to see how it goes in real time because experience is the best teacher. Okay. All right. So at the conclusion of divorce, you're taking my focal point to understand 7 heavens and 7 universes and these commands that come through them. So in essence, all relationships need to now come to the cosmic science to understand what these rhythms are. So again, you know what I'm saying? Somebody put in there, what's that? Wolof G said relationships start to decline around a 7-year cycle. Now that's interesting too, because Saturn goes in these peculiar 7-year cycles as well. The 7th planet that we can see with the naked eye, the last one, goes in these 7-year cycles as well. Okay. So we got to grow up into the cosmic science, especially if you're in the Islamic culture, because you have a star in the moon as the logo. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to get there. All right. So I want to go to chapter 4 because, man, today I was really awakened, or I woke up to, rather, a very disturbing scenario. And I just have to tell the truth because it's just what it is. And I knew I was doing this series. Y'all saw it. I did a series. I started it off with your spouse can be your enemy. That's one. Let me make sure my furnace don't come on. Your spouse can be your enemy. All right. So that was a very interesting dialogue that was directed toward women in the sense of spouse selection. Tonight's dialogue really is part 2 of that. And Saturday, Saturday, we're going to have a great, just big old grand open conversation where we're going to go a little bit early, probably 7:30, 8 o'clock or whatever. And we're going to rock out Saturday night. Okay. So this is more or less like a part 2 of that. Okay. So this is what I woke up to, man. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. I got a friend who I consider to be very good people, female. And I had shot her a message and I had told her that I'm worried about you. Okay. I can feel energy, especially if I rock with you, I can feel. So, but what I was worried about is I know of her particular situation. Okay. Economically. Okay. We're talking young, children, three kids, probably around like 7, 5, and 3, right up in that pocket, like look like young. Okay. And so, the baby daddy, as we call it, the rotten fruit, okay, decided to totally step away and not even be present at all. Children's life, just totally gone. So now this leaves all the responsibility on the woman, okay? And so when you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you ain't figured it out yet on how to get the revenue to come in and it's sustaining you, you really got some pressure at this particular point because now it's going to be a job. But when you have children back to back, it's one thing to, be like, hey, I got to take self-responsibility for me, which is understandable. But at the same time, too, when a woman is pregnant, there is a such thing called pregnancy leave. Go relax, sit your ass down somewhere. And especially if you go back to back, then let's be real, you need to be on timeout and be put on the side. So that must mean other things as far as the household needs to be taken care of. Okay. So that's not there. So now that forces you to have to go stay with a family member. Okay. That doesn't feel too kosher in a sense, right? Because you can be with mom, family member, you too old, whatever the case may be. Mom may be crazy, whatever. And so now you go stay somewhere else. And then you stay there. You really don't like it too much. And then you go stay at another place. Okay. You definitely don't like it there. And now you go back to spot number 2. And so I'm knowing that this is real shit. Okay. There's 3 different locations. And I know she don't like location, 2 and 3, especially 3. So she come back to location 2. Now, what concerns me is one of the things that alerts me is when people sign up for the, whether it's, 4 quantum rituals or the full moon ritual. This is where I'm guaranteed to see the most influx of people come through because I know what's happening in the psyche. You're wishing upon a star. You're really wanting, I call it lottery consciousness. You're really wanting this something to magically appear and change your life. Here is the problem with that. Okay. You must have an anchor vehicle, something that you're working so the influx of cash can be generated. In other words, if the invisible quantum field is off moving and computing, it doesn't know how to properly manifest it for you. Now, sure, you can find money on the ground, but is it going to be enough to change your life? What's the odds of that one, right? Sure, you can hit the lottery, right? It happens. And so you really need a vehicle because in this study of ours, we know that the most consistent testimonials come from people who have a vehicle. Oh, I just got a pay raise. Oh, I doubled my income from last year. Oh, ever since I've been doing it, I just doubled up and only been doing this practice for 60 days, right? That happens all the time because you're anchored in a physical wealth vehicle. Now, this is why I put the 333 subconscious money continuum out in this design. You can go see it on the site, myastrologycoach.com, click on shop tab, go to power products and read the script. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from blank on a continuous basis. If you struggle filling in that blank, this is a major checkup that you need to have, because now you can't identify your source. Okay? And some of you go abstract, and it's cool to just believe, because belief is the power of this thing. But I am telling you, the way spirit works, it needs to be grounded in matter. So when you say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I received money from the universe. The universe? Who cutting your check? The universe cutting your checks? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you generating? With like the universe is generating for you? No, you're generating something that exists within the universe so the universe can send back to you. You're the generator. The universe is the cosmic feminine that wants to give birth. But you are the cosmic masculine in the sense that you gotta be humping this thing called the goal, called the projection of your vision. Okay? I was gonna do a screen share, but I'll do it Saturday, because what I'm gonna get into tonight is really all property based, and I'm gonna open up and show you my portfolio. I should go all the way back and show you all the deals I've done this year straight from the wholesale standpoint, but I don't want it to be redundant because this is going to be important. Okay. All right. So you need to have a vehicle. Okay. This is important. You need to get over there. I'm telling you, you need to get over there to the Mac site, myastrologycoach.com. Again, power product, and click on that 333 subconscious money continuum. Fill that in for yourself. You ain't got to pay shit. Because listen, I'm telling you, I ain't in this thing for the money, not this. Okay? Now, if I do put something together, then of course for my time, I want to be compensated for it without a shadow of a doubt. But you can just fill that in. But I do got an ill production for you that if you fill that in and give me a voice clip, we're going to do something very nice for it so you can start to program your subconscious mind. So, back to the story. I send this to her, fill that in. And there's a delay. Okay. Now I just told her, because she's like, well, I said, I'm worried about you. She said, well, why? I said, because I know of your living situation. And I also know that you are affiliate of the gold thing. And I'm telling you right now, you need money. And I'm gonna be honest with you, fuck gold right now. It's not that gold ain't gonna get you paid. What I'm saying is gold is not your solution. You have 3 babies. You're in somebody's house. You don't want to be there. You need money. Okay? So I'm concerned. All right? And you don't have no wealth vehicle. I'm concerned. All right? So period of silence went a few days back. Hit me up today. And we talked about the filling in the blank on the subconscious money continuum. And told me that just tired, feel like I'm being pulled in a lot of different directions, overworked, overexerted, you know what I mean? And I just feel like I want to give the children to my mother. And what's the word? I don't want to misphrase. And check out and mentally check out of here. Now, I don't like that kind of conversation. So I want to be clear. I don't want to insinuate anything, but what do you mean? And she said, you know what I mean. So now we got to have a real conversation. Because if this is what I think it is, this is a problem. Okay? This is a problem. To continue the conversation, it's nothing wrong if your children have to go with your parents. You got left, nigga rolled out. Rotten fruit left. He didn't leave with a system in place and say, okay, I'm out. Motherfucker just left. Right? Okay? So ladies, y'all can say what the hell y'all want to say about the cheating husband. Okay? At one time, I was that nigga. Say what you want to say, but I'm going to say I'm not going to validate it. But what I will say is that nigga is more qualified far as being responsible, okay, than the average motherfucker who ain't and just hitting and running, and then you get popped and you ain't with the motherfucker. You don't even know his history of a track record of being around what he produces. Okay? That's my point. All right? So it's nothing wrong if you have to, this is chess. Life is chess. Sometimes you got to go lateral or backwards for you to advance forward. Okay? So it's nothing wrong if you have to put the children there. And here's the thing. I'm convinced that everyone knows what they want to do in life and what will make them happy. The confusion comes in. I refuse to believe you don't know that shit. I swear to God, it's like an impossibility. The confusion and the doubt comes in is you don't know how to build the bridge that's going to connect you to that lofty ass goal. That's the problem right there. It's the processes of the operation that you lack. But the original, you can't tell me your ass don't want to be somewhere in some white sands and blue beaches and a nice, a nice beach house and so forth and so forth. You can't tell me you don't have an idea what luxury is to you. You cannot tell me you never thought about visiting some foreign place, man. I refuse to believe that. And I also refuse to believe that you never had an idea that you thought that you can produce that would afford that lifestyle. I refuse to believe it. I do. Okay? I think people are suffering from the actual, I call it building the bridge. So as I told her this, you don't have to conform to the idea of pleasing everybody else. Everybody want to please everybody else. Oh, am I a bad mother that if I put my children over here and get my life together? No, not in my opinion. Absolutely not. Right? So to continue with the story, I know what I know, and I know some shit. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I when it comes to certain subject matters, I know. Proneef, what up? I know. And let me just share with you: suicide is, in all caps, no option. One, ain't gonna solve nothing. Two, you have children that grow into the knowledge of it, may not even remember the shit if they saw it, but grow into the knowledge of it. That's dangerous. Then here comes separation of children. Here come anxiety, here come issues, here come drugs, you're now about to curse the next generations, and I guarantee you those generations are going to curse the next generation. And Black folks, let me tell you something. You already have a poverty gene curse inside of us that we got to wrestle with, let alone some other shit. Okay? Learn to be selfish. Selfish in a good way. That don't mean I don't help you. Selfish means I am no longer going to go against my own divine constitution. You know what feels good and what does not feel good to you. See, the problem is the mind will start rationalizing and trying to Rubik's Cube all these goddamn scenarios to find a fix. And that's okay because that's what the mind does. But goddamn it, when you done tried every angle, it just don't fit. See, we act like that in any competition. You tell me who's undefeated. Floyd Mayweather, right? Interesting, Pisces, but maybe we do something on that one time, right? Like you win some, you lose some. And the losses are not losses. They're simply just lessons. Learn to be selfish. Put yourself first. It is okay. Now, as your friend, I'm going to tell you the best thing that I could do. And no matter what happens from this point, I can honestly say I tried my best. I can rest at night now. That's not going to bother me today. No more. Because my offering is, hey, I got 2 houses that are empty right now. You can come and stay in them, you and your children. Don't worry about rent. But utilities, food, that's on you. Your man almost balling, but that's on you, right? This ain't, this ain't that, but I got you. No problem if you want to do that. Know that that's there. Now, it may not be the city you want, but I'm telling you, I got you. Know that that's there. Let me know if you want to, because I can't have this shit empty. I got to put people in it so I can start turning cash flow. Okay. But the option is there. So then it made me think about, man, should I just really leave it damn empty? And somebody in a space of need like that, then I could just almost set up a damn conscious halfway house in a sense, right? In a sense, right? So it was a thought. But I'm more troubled at the fact that this is a reflection, to me, in my opinion, of rotten fruit, male egotism. So much so that what goes on in the mind where you can't create a system for yours. So in Surah 4, known as the women, the 4th chapter of the Holy Quran, got to them real quick. The first order of business is you shall hand over to the orphans their rightful properties. Do not substitute the bad for the good, and do not consume their properties by combining them with yours. This will be a gross injustice. So the first order of business, man, when you like a woman and she has children, you have to have property. Now, I'm not being religious. I'm talking about legacy and wealth building principles tonight. I'm just using this reference because it's a damn good reference. Okay? All right? So if you want to deal with a woman, especially if she has children, you have to deal with real estate. Now let's really look at that. What if she ain't got no damn real estate? She don't own nothing. What if you don't own nothing? See, this is where we got to have this real conversation, man. Because I'm going to tell you, rotten fruit. Now I'm talking to those of you who actually came in ranks and you fucked over MGT. I got a problem with that. I really do. Because from my understanding and my viewpoint, by far, this is the cream and crop of the planet Earth to me. Because you're going to say that all of the nations come through her. I can agree with that. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Right? So she don't have no property. You don't have no property. I'm just going to tell you my viewpoint and my lifestyle. Okay? Listen, man. We men. Women are by far, I love them. I manage strip clubs. My daddy, that nigga love him. He still got posters of women all over his goddamn room like he in high school and shit. All over the goddamn apartment. Posters through the hallway and shit of women, cheerleaders, white girls, whatever. That's his thing. I grew up loving women. Okay? I know that when I saw wifey material that was interested in me, and she was what I call wifey material, not that everybody else ain't, but what I consider to be, in my perception, pristine from the teachings of purity and woman, if I wasn't ready to wife that and really man up, then I'm not going to go have relations with her. Now, we can get freaky on the phone and we could talk and shoot the shit and build, but I'm not going to come in your world knowing that I ain't got my godhood together and I'm going to produce like the God that I am. Call it crazy, but I'm going to call it real. So real, Minister Jew is laughing at me. So real that when you look at the history of me, you start looking like, well, shit, she got the little heels on. She may smoke a little weed, throw a little shot of tequila. Hey, be from the hood and shit. It's no knock. We got certain experience that I relate to. We can smash that. We can do that. But MGT or somebody that's that. I got a sister. I want to do it. Love her to death, man. Cool as motherfucker. Country, cool as a motherfucker, man. Right? But I know, and I always said, man, you got a pretty white dress. I don't want to defile that. Man, there was a sister who was a virgin in her 20s at the time we knew each other, going into her 30s. I used to sleep in the bed and just cuddle and hold her and show her that every man ain't out here to try to take your virginity. On purpose, I would do that. Lawheed, right hand of God. Okay? I'm just telling you my experience. Because see, this is what you gotta understand as men. Women too, but men, you gotta understand this. We gotta understand how we affect people. Okay? You never know that your absence, like think about this. The missing dad, absent, don't know what's going on. Your children happen to walk in the room and mom, Lord forbids, she out of here, right? Now they fucking traumatized and done for life. You know what I'm saying? All because her perception of reality was just too much to bear. Because you, as a man, didn't put the systems in place so that wouldn't occur. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be very, very mindful of how you affect people. Am I perfect? Hell no. Nowhere near. It's how I learn. I'm not afraid to tell you the shit. I did it. I did it. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a process of evolution. We only rotten because we choose not to, not to be ripe. You understand? So the first order of business is taking care of children. Then the very next order of business is the polygyny shit. Now, ladies, hold on. Don't scream. Don't throw nothing because I'm not siding on this thing. I just want to simply read the psychology as it's revealed through the Holy Quran just to see if we can grasp some understanding. Okay? Philip, MGT is what we would call Muslim girls training. It's the women in the Nation of Islam. Okay? All right. So, if you deem it best for the orphans, you may marry their mothers. See, you got to think about the children first before the initial attraction of you and her. You may marry 2, 3, or 4. If you fear lest you become unfair, I'm going to read that again. If you fear lest you become unfair, then you should be content with only one or with what you already have. Additionally, you are thus more likely to avoid financial hardship. God damn. It ain't about avoiding the financial hardship. That you should be conscious of that. Because if you're going to play it like a boss, see, let's not act like women don't respect bosses. Your rappers and your athletes get anything they want. You want the Birkin bag? You want the Chanel bag? What you want, boo? Becoming Floyd Mayweather begin massages on his head by Moto, and I'm a king. And he taking care of everything like a motherfucking king. Open, honest, taking care of shit. Bam. Extreme. Magnetism. Not saying every woman. But I'm saying there's capacity. Now, women, I'm going to call you out on a little bit of something. Because if you know that your man has cheated, do cheat, and you done been with him and stayed with him, and let's cut the bullshit and all the rah-rah and going back and forth and understand that you got the capacity to deal. You really do. But the dynamic of how we communicate this shit and what we doing, that got to change, because that's chaos and that's creating some serious issues. Okay. But if you can deal, because you dealing, hey, think about it. Oh, why motherfucker, why you do that? Bust the windows out the car. He do the shit again. And but you still with the nigga. Why? If you had a zero tolerance for that shit, you'd be out. But clearly you don't have a zero tolerance for it. So you can deal. But what's happening? Chaos. We're not mature. Okay? Now, I want to pay attention to the part where it says, if you fear lest you become unfair. What do you mean unfair? And I'm not talking about, and I don't want to pay attention to, I'm being unfair because she's demanding more time than this one. I'm talking about, is there something in the male psychology that will allow you to be unfair if you were in a situation where you had more than one woman? Is there something inside of you that would make you unfair? Because I know it is. I know it is. Right? There is. I don't even want to go far further, because it really starts talking about giving women their just due, you getting portions as well. And then it gets what I would call a little bit more dogmatic, but you got to understand the core of it, right? We can have anything we want in this reality. Only thing we have to do is say, this is my plan, this is my vision. Like, that's what this whole thing is about, people doing things that suit them. If you're a woman and you want more than one man, that shit exists. That's there. That's out there now. That's there. It may not be such and such cup of tea, so they not in it. You in monogamy, that's your shit. Go ahead. That exists. Hey, dude, you want more than one man? That exists. I mean, one woman, that exists. Hey, y'all two males want to have relationships? That exists. You two women want to have relationships? That exists. You want to have gender reassignments? You was a man, but you turn into a woman, and now you want to be with somebody who's a man, but they was born a woman, turn into a man. That exists. You can have anything you want in this reality. Anything. What the scripture say? When two agree. That's all we need, is just agreement. So there's no need to hurt anyone. There's no need to hurt anyone. There's no need for it. People are into, and I'm quite sure you ain't got the craziest shit. You ain't got the craziest paradigm out there. I'm quite sure you don't got the craziest paradigm out there, right? You got, what's my man? What's my man name? They was down there in South America. Nature, what's his name? Like, you got a whole people that was like, we out. We living in the jungles, nigga. What y'all talking about? Y'all can stay here in America. We out in the jungles, right? May not be your cup of tea, but you got a group of people, black folks from the hood, who left and went down there in South America, and that's what they doing. They living in the goddamn jungle. Right? Straight up. So you can do anything that you want to do. Right? So choose wisely. Do better. That's all. Do better. Do better. Because, man, the moment that we all get on, when I say all, meaning you and your crew, you and your family, we get on the same page, man, it's lights out. It's nothing but success. But you just got to get on the same page. You have to get on the same page. You have to even determine what the page is. What's the page? What's the play? You know what I'm saying? What's the play? Because without no vision, the people what? They perish. Right? They absolutely will perish. All right. So I ain't gonna be long. That's really the crux of it. Men, rotten fruit. Do better. Do better. Man, this shit is so magical. It's so magical. Yeah, nature boy. It's so magical when you can have a relationship. Because I understand that some of my audience are not all heterosexual. And that's beautiful. Whatever your concept of love is, that's what love is for you. Work it. You don't have to. Clearly, you're not working sexual reproduction organs for the purpose of reproducing human beings. Okay, fine. Whatever floats your boat, right? When the two souls come together, okay? When two souls come together and unite, man, listen, it just becomes infinite bliss. It becomes infinite bliss. And I know at the core, what we're really striving for is something that I call EC, which is extreme compatibility. Well, how do you determine that? You determine extreme compatibility by vision, values. That's more of the internal aspect of it. And then there's a way that we can determine it from the cosmic standpoint as well. But the cosmic standpoint can be there, and the consciousness of the person isn't elevated because they're in their lower self or worst part of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about the conscious awareness of the individuals that's involved. Okay. All right. Got to be mindful, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all know I got a son that passed, like over a year ago? Almost 2 years and a few months. You know, to know that what I thought was protecting him and putting him away and tucking him away at mom's house because I didn't want the streets to roll down on me and he'd be caught up with me. Who's to say that he never processed that as, damn, man, you chose that over me? My son, listen, when me and his mom split, I had his mom sign her parental rights over to me and my mom. My son was 2 years old at the time. When me and her split, my son he ain't been with his mother since he was 2 years old. So my mom was my son's mom. Mama, that's his mom. Right? So he had to grow up. He didn't have to, but he did grow up as a little kid with kids teasing him because he stayed with his grandparents. Right? I appreciate the condolences, but I really don't need them. I love them, you know what I mean? But listen, I got a whole nother understanding of this whole thing. I told you I can show you pictures, which somebody's supposed to be dead, but the one that's here, her head ain't in the picture. Like, the other one's coming through. Man, I don't be tripping off that. I'm Ampu, the Lord of the goddamn dead. I'll tell you how this thing works from the other side. And I got the physical experience to show you how it works. This is why y'all got to be careful on the names that you pick. Because these shits are already their channels, their frequencies. The name that you pick is supposed to be a personification of who you are. And Pooh is the Lord of the goddamn dead. I'm the one to take your heart and put it on the goddamn scale against the feather to make sure that you righteous enough to be able to come over here into the spiritual side and continue to evolve. If not, to the abyss of hell you go. That's my job. I'm the gatekeeper, man. I am a gatekeeper. This is why I know all the grids in North America. And when we go to them shits, what happened? Light beams be showing up and shit. Why? Because I'm the gatekeeper. I take this shit for real, for real. Okay? So My son ain't been with his mom, so he could have grew up with. And here's the thing: he was born with a Libra moon, right? He was born with a Libra moon. Now that will make a motherfucker clingy. Gotta have a girlfriend. Gotta be in a relationship. Libra moon. Oh shit, your emotions is attached to relationships. You understand what I'm saying? Now, how is that when the feminine principle, the moon, and mommy ain't in his life? You understand what I'm saying? So who knows how he processed my parents don't love me? And then that start to trigger the shit inside of him and some issues. And I would ask him, you know why you with my mom? No, yeah, dad, I know you. Yeah, you was in the street. But it's again, it still don't mean he couldn't have said, yo, nigga, you chose cocaine and over me. Never a user, right? You chose the hustle life over me. You don't know how that impacts people, man. Okay? You don't. Did y'all see the baby brother killed himself in his last video on Instagram? Was like, man, I'm tired of being a part doing these humanitarian efforts for people I'm not even connected to. I'm paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Did you see this? You see this? His hands was bleeding. You see this? I'm good. Nigga, it don't matter. Nigga, if I live or die, nigga, I'm gonna be all right. And by the way, fuck you. That was his last thing. What the baby come out and say? The baby said, man, listen, man, check in on your loved ones. And that shit's real. It don't take nothing to be like, yo, you good? You good? I had cousins, man, that we grew up, we tight. We 1 week apart. They born 7 days after me, same year. So we was tight. They father was like my dad is they father. Because they dad was gone for a long ass period of time until they 20. So my dad took care of them. I go school shopping, they went school shopping. Right? So we ain't linked in 20 years. 20 plus, like little over 20. Right? Just link back up. Because they thought that, the truth of the matter is they thought that something that I had a beef with them. I ain't got no beef. I'm be honest about some shit. Now my feelings may be hurt when I went behind the wall at a young age, 19, 20. And I know what it's like to be behind the wall and the motherfucker don't send you a letter. Not one person send you a motherfucking letter and shit. I guess I just wasn't loved. But my mama came and saw me, right? You know? And I just had to oh, okay, this we hear this shit in the street. It's men. You see who your friends is, nigga. Get in trouble. We'll see. We're gonna see who gonna take the time out their day. You know what I'm saying? To see if you good and go a little extra step to see if they thinking about you. Right? You know what costs to be in motherfucking prison? You don't get deodorant and shit for free. Nigga, that shit gotta pay. So somebody on the outside, bare minimum, gotta instantly put some shit on your books. Or now you instantly dealing with the politics behind the wall. You understand what I'm saying? I've been through that shit. So when I at an early age, 19, 20, 19, it was early 19, I decided to transition straight into a whole new city. As soon as I got out that situation, I went straight to a whole new city. Didn't know one motherfucking soul. Not one. Okay? Created my first son in the process by being in the halfway house. Right? Started from scratch. So I just never went back to the town. I just never went back. Never looked back. I just never looked back. Never came back. Periodically I came just to touch something and get out of there, but I never went back trying to connect with roots and shit. I'm grown. I'm on my own. Is how I felt. But then I got childhood friends that seeing me on YouTube and reaching out to me like, yo, man, I just want to say, bro, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I just saw your cousin. Your cousin was, man, looked at me like was salty because I said I was talking to you. And they said they ain't talked to you like 20 years. But in my head too, I'm thinking like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We ain't got no beef, nigga. You know my son died and I ain't get a phone call. Like, what the fuck is in your head that's stopping you from like sending word? Like, yo, man, you good? Because that couldn't happen on my watch in the sense like I hear some shit like that and I don't reach out to you and we fam. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I got to clear this up. I'm on a whole nother science. I can't have you even mentally thinking that you possessing some ill shit towards me. You understand what I'm saying? Let me clear this up because I keep telling y'all, you got to understand this shit is be connected. Your money shit could be connected to your family shit. And you don't know it. Long story short, we cleaned that shit up, man. Went to Outback Steakhouse like some fat niggas. I ate a salad because I wanted to eat something else anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we sat and we caught up. We talked to each other, especially me and one of the twins always used to jump the younger twin and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we good. You know what I'm saying? And here it is, we let years pass in between us. And I told him, I said, man, you gotta pay attention to the common denominator though. You happen to see my man in the store, and he was in the store for me at Lowe's getting some stuff from one of my houses, and you do houses and shit. We got to do this house shit, bro. This is what it's about. We got to come back around now as men, and we got to start building legacy for the next generation and shit. So where is he going tomorrow? To go look at one of my properties. What am I saying? What I'm saying is check on your people. Check on your people. All right. All right. So any questions, man? Any comments in the chat? You know what I'm saying? You know, amen. Amen. Man. You just can't do these. I know I sound like a simp, right? Here come this simping ass nigga. You know, listen, man. Men and women are repositories, but especially women. They're repositories. The vagina is made to receive energy. Okay, you can't defile that, man. You can't. You can't. It will start to just create problems when you're long and gone. You long and gone and finish, and then there's a problem, and then a whole nother family may try to get started and shit, but it's dissonance there, and it's really operating off some shit that you was on. Jay said it, right? Jay was on his shit, you know, when he was more or less like, God damn, man, I'm the reason why B is having these miscarriages because my shit ain't in order. That's what Jay-Z said, right? Yo, you know, I wasn't ready. Like I'm fucked up. So now you having these stillborns and shit. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is real, man. It's very real. You know what I mean? So we got to do better. That's all. We all got to do better. That's it. All right. All right, man. So how do you keep the strength to manifest your goals despite what you may see in your physical reality? It's called hope. It's called faith. It's called those two. Once you believe, man, it's nothing that can deter you. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I think when we say how we keep the strength, when we say the strength is waning, then that means the faith is waning, right? Now, hold on one second, guy. So it means it's waning. See, put it to you like this way, because I love when Monday come. When Monday come, I'll be like, yes, it's Monday again, because I hate the momentum. Like the momentum slows down on Saturday and Sunday. People open up their businesses later, and the vibe is just totally different. And I get it, it's supposed to be more of a chill thing and whatnot. So the momentum is of the business week is gone. And so if you on your shit, you on your path, right? When Monday come, you excited. If you don't like Mondays, that's the ultimate test. If you don't like Mondays, you don't like how you get money. And you really need to probably evaluate that. You know what I'm saying? Because when Mondays come for me, like I can't fucking wait. I am a happy Monday dude. For real, for real. And periodically I send the Wealth Club emails. Happy Monday. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, let's get back into the saddle. Let's move and groove where the deal's at, baby. Like we're trying to become, we're becoming millionaires and multi-millionaires right now. So listen, I all this, oh, my phone is off and I got that shit on what's that one shit? Do not disturb because it's after business hours, man. I don't know nothing about that kind of shit, man. I ain't earned my leisure yet. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. You know what I'm saying? So how do you stay? How do you stay? Keep the strength, man. You so excited by that shit. It ain't even. It's not even the option. Like it's not an option. Like for me, like I'm telling you, like full bred entrepreneur. When I say entrepreneur, I don't have a job. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what that's like. I don't like I'm like Dame Dash and that shit. I feel Dame on that shit. Like I don't, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I don't know what that's like. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't have no plan goddamn B. I don't have no, well, this falls back. And like my daddy, oh, you should have out of high school, you could have been worked at the city, and you could have had worked as a trash man and worked yourself up and then invest in real estate. Why would I invest in real estate later when this shit makes millionaires? Well, I should be in that shit as early as possible, right? But I get it. He's talking from the wrong side of the cash flow quadrant as an employee. I'm a boss, bro. You talking to an employee. You know what I mean? So it don't work. And so you keep your strength by really being in alignment with your thing. You know what I'm saying? That you're doing. And sure, you may hit some downspouts and whatnot, but it's about consistency. You can hit some drive runs. I can go a period, maybe some months, and no deals may come through. I know somebody, of a person who was trying this really the wholesale thing, and it took them 2 years to get their first deal. 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But you just stay the path, because if you know that it's a life changer for you, or if you know it's your passion, then it comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no quitting. It ain't even no doubt, because then that's when that's the sneaky little devil. That's the whisperer of doubt to try to take you off your game. And for real, that's the real ego. So yeah, to me personally, I keep my strength by staying true to the game. I'm true to this, man. You know what I mean? Like I ain't got no choice. I mean, you know what I mean? These kids don't eat if I don't produce. I don't eat if I don't produce. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be on my shit. I need that kind of pressure. Hence, I had high blood pressure because I needed that. You know what I mean? So just stay true to the game. Um, yeah. So any advice on how to navigate Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn conjunction in your first house? First house is the house of action. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nothing. House of action. Take responsibility, because this is in Capricorn. Take responsibility for self. Jupiter wants you to be big and magnificent and abundant, and Pluto wants you to be powerful and in some things that you should in. And Saturn wants you to take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So the first house means get off your ass and handle your business, because everything else follows after that. Then after the first house is what? The second, which is what? The money. Then after that, then it's communications and shit. Get off your ass and get to the bag. Get off your ass and get to your value system. Value system being house number 2. The first house simply means get off of your ass and take action. Okay? That's how I see the first house. It ain't it's your ascendant and it represents the outer body and this is how people see you. True. But if you got planets there, the first house is the house of self. Take care of yourself, get off your ass, take care of yourself, and handle business, especially if Capricorn energy is right there right now. Because you's a big boss. Capricorn is the biggest boss, man. All right. All right, man. Yeah. Uh-huh. You do natal readings and stuff, because I need to know more about me and these astrology. But yeah, for sure, man. I do them, but you got to call in a sense. You just can't go to the website. So I kind of make people chime in with me so I can fill them out and see what's going on and whatnot. So you can call me 267-403-4078. That is 267-403-4078. All right, Elboki would say, man, it sucks that now I have my shit in order, but my Scorpio's still in her feelings. Oh, about your fuck ups. Oh man, I'm sorry about that, man. Well, you listen, you got a death sentence, nigga. Scorpio don't forget or forgive, but it's the power transformation it's supposed to. But it'd be tough, man. Especially if they got personals there. Sun, Mercury, Moon, Venus. Ooh, especially Venus. I don't like Venus and Scorpio at all. Man, I'm not a fan of it. All right. I just went out and prayed, talked to God. That's dope. Money Mondays. That's what it is. You trade Forex? Oh man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. make sure you put them stop limits in, man. Them stop losses and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, Ray? You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man. Say the best part, bro. My dude, say the best part. Cause I swear to you, man, I ain't lying. You know what I mean? I got some beautiful women, man. I'd be like, shh, nigga, you gotta come correct. I'm thinking you should know that, man. I just think people know that, right? Like, shh, nigga, I gotta come all the way correct. I'm coming with this one. Especially if she, you just got to. You know what I mean? Why would you even? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And then when it's fun, it's fun. You know what I mean? If it's just straight out fun, like we just about to link up and just, bang out and just have fun. All right, that's what it is. Let's have fun. That's what it is. We ain't got to go under the false guides of some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the only crypto that I'm in is Guap Coin, with my web designer and whatnot. She created her own cryptocurrency, called Guap Coin. So that's the only one that I'm in right now. I'm just so heavily invested in real estate that I feel like until I get this portfolio to where I want to be, I'm just so fixed that I'm not necessarily diversifying at this particular time. However, I do understand that it's definitely a potential wave of the future. Um, but the only one I have is Guap right now. In fact, I need to get her on by the end of the year to see what's going on. I don't use gematria at like I used to, Johnny Williams. Not at all, man. I just feel like my spirit is somewhere else. So it's very rare that I have to go to the book and look up something. You know what I'm saying? I'm really enjoying being, um, but I don't use it. It's nowhere near as much as I used to. Um, you can call me. You can call me when we get off the live, man. That's cool. As soon as we get off, just give me a buzz, and we check the vibe and we set up a time. It's all good. You can buy real estate on blockchain now. I've heard something like that. See, my whole thing is, I at some point I still got to convert my money over. Whether I give my money up and go buy Bitcoin, whether I give my money up or something, I got to get his paper up, right? Because I got to make a conversion. So my whole thing is, let me go get some paper. I mean, hey, this shit still rules. Let me go get a whole lot of paper. You know what I mean? Because I got to convert my paper over. I won't go. Okay, what I'm gonna get it? Okay, they want my money for the gold. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, I gotta get this paper up, man. You know what I mean? I gotta get this paper up. You know what I mean? I just do. Malik, what up, man? Yeah. You say you more the rising sign. Yeah, it has a very strong, very, 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 very strong um influence. That's why they say it's your outer shell and how people perceive you to be and whatnot. Then the sun sign, they say, is your personality and whatnot. So it's an interesting blend. Man, Capricorn on the second, man, my take is big money potentially can come in the latter years of your life because Capricorn represents old in a sense. So it can come later, but you absolutely need to be responsible and do your thing, man. Work at it, stack that paper because Capricorn energy is all about conserving. So second house is about money. Then what you got to do? You got to conserve that paper, man. You know what I'm saying? So you probably could be a little bit more conservative than versus Jupiter in the second or Jupiter in Taurus. Like I got Jupiter in Taurus and I got Saturn in the second. So I got a very interesting blend. My Jupiter in Taurus would allow me to just, and especially I got in 11th house, I give friends stuff. You know what I'm saying? I used to have so many cars, they used to call me car lot. And now I be giving niggas car. Hey, nigga, you can have it. You know what I mean? Like I just give. So that's the Jupiter energy, but the Saturn energy is like, nah, nigga, you gotta fall back and be responsible and conserve. It's really a masterful placement to have finances, man. Because Saturn represents and Capricorn represents success. So you can be very successful with money and a whole lot of it. But again, it can come in the latter years of your life. Did y'all know the biggest groups of millionaires are like 65 years old? According to the data I seen. You know what I'm saying? So it can come later. It can come later. Gets greater later, man. Gets greater later. You know what I'm saying? All right. Just drinking green tea. So y'all with me, man? If you knew, if you just chimed in, man, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kind of revert back again real fast before we wrap it up. Um, you know, bros, man, we gotta women too. We gotta. I'm gonna say this. I guess something just popped up. We gotta get busy on this thing, man. This real estate thing is it's a very important piece of the puzzle. Okay, you want to talk about astrology? Listen, man. The bottom of your chart, known as the IC, that's home, and that's one of the places real estate could be seen at. Okay, the other ones are in the money houses. Um, it's also the house of endings at the bottom and whatnot. So I've seen women. You got to get on your business shit because I've seen families lose their house when the husband, who later would be the granddad, but the husband dies and the woman was totally just don't know how this shit functions, not reading mail, house in foreclosure. They're 5 generations deep, and now the house is at the auction. But they called me too late. The house already sold at the auction, and now it's about to go down. The sheriff about to be coming any minute now to kick some people out. You know what I mean? What happened? Granny didn't know the affairs, didn't know the financial affairs. This is serious, man. I see people lose their properties because we're not taking care of business. That's what we got to do. We got to take care of business. I was telling MGT the other day. I was like, y'all want to get in new relationships. You want to know what the best courting thing that you can do? Because courting be like, well, let's we're courting. Man, your ass done got pregnant, and I ain't knocking you. I'm just talking the truth. You got pregnant in the courting period. Then y'all broke up, and you had to make a tough ass decision. You gonna keep it or you gonna abort it, right? I've seen this. You know what I'm saying? This year. You know what I'm saying? So the best courting thing that you can do, create a LLC together. Damn it. Create an LLC together and see what you two can really create. Now, that don't mean that you have to, she makes products and I got to be in there bagging it up and learning how to make product. I'm just saying create an LLC together and figure the shit out. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. That's going to show you if you can produce. You know what I'm saying? And then start having, once you got the LLC done, and then say, all right, what's our yearly goal? Right? And I'm a firm believer in network Sundays. Net worth Sundays is when you, like, every Sunday I pull this folder out right here because it's a chill day. And I look at all my real estate holdings, look at my finances in totality, look at the bank accounts, and making sure that I'm just on par every Sunday, right? So you want to buffer in between relationships, man. You know what I'm saying? Build something. If you got, especially y'all ladies and y'all got children, one of your first questions should be, what are you going, what can you build for my child right now? What business can you, that if that shit's a turn off to a nigga, he gonna be gone. Like you talking about and build something for your child. You know what I'm saying? That nigga get ghosts. Nah, what we gonna do? You know what I mean? Let's build a business for my child. What is it? Because I'm telling you, in this book here, this Quran, they made that the first order of business, man. Take care of them seeds. What you gonna do? So I wouldn't even know what it's like. I can't even picture going up at it's so motherfucking, you already in the messed up position as a dude. If And it's nothing wrong because you can rebound from this shit and it'd be great. I believe in comeback stories. But if you at rock bottom and you got to go stay with a woman and her children already, like you're already sleep couching. You homeless. Technically, let's just keep it real. You homeless. Everybody go through shit. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You can turn your shit around. I just can't fathom again. Like, how do you defile that situation? You know what I'm saying? And that I just can't. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get off of it, man, because I my mind really just can't even concoct that shit. All right. My family had to do a reverse mortgage once my grandma died a few years ago. Yeah, man. How did that work out, man? Reverse mortgages, man. They're different. You know what I'm saying? From what I read up on them, that's the only one I haven't successfully done. But I think from my understanding of it was person died, the property automatically goes to that particular lender and shit, and they lend like a credit card, like, oh hey, we ain't gonna charge nothing. What you want? Okay, what you want? Here you go. Want some more money? Here you go. But this house is ours when you out of here. That's the rules. When the house is gone, you die, it's ours and whatnot. So I want to know how to successfully navigate and reverse the reversal. You know what I mean? Reverse the reverse mortgage if possible and whatnot. Um, all right. So yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Put some things in the trust, man. That's what it's about. Oh man, did y'all know that there is, and I'll show that Saturday. Um, did y'all know there's we created this workbook called the 25 homophones of love and marriage. So there's terms like trust and security and appreciation and accountability, which is accounts. There are like easy 25 words I identified where um, we use them in love, but they're financial terms. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Moon Goddess, what's up? Where you been at, girl? We about to get ghost. Shalom. Um, you know what I'm saying? So that was like, I was like, yo, this is dope. You really think about that though. You know what I mean? A woman wants to feel secure. We all want appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Um, it all starts with an interest though, right? It's there's some mutual interest that's there. But you know what interest is? Interest is something that you profit off of from making an initial investment, man. You know what I'm saying? So these terms that we use, and I'm telling you in love, they are financial terms. But see, it makes sense because Venus rules relationships and Venus rules Taurus, which is money. Now, this is why I be saying, yo, God is crazy because Libra to Taurus, that don't flow. That energy don't necessarily vibe. It don't get along. So how can this one principle, this one planet, represents these two different things, but yet it don't vibe with each other from the two houses or signs that it rules? That's why I say God be on some other stuff. This law is different. You understand what I'm saying? And so naturally, that's going to be humanity's struggle, relationships and money, relationships and money, until some other things start clicking, right? Like their Jupiter, somebody's Jupiter is on somebody's midhaven. The midhaven represents the southern portion of the sky and represents your career. So you got somebody with Jupiter in your 10th house or dead on that line, that could represent abundant success because the 10th house is success. And the public, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you got to put the shit out there. Now, this person come and they got Jupiter on your 10th, then that activates that. It's like, oh shit, y'all gonna be blessed when y'all do public things. You understand what I'm saying? So there are other combinations as well and shit. So then for the couple that has these certain alignments like this, then it's like, oh, okay, well, it's a little bit more easier for us because we clicking, we bouncing ideas off one another, we fucking energize, we doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? That exists, and that's what everybody wants. So please find it. Hurry up so we can all move on. Because 2021, I'm moving on. I ain't listen. I ain't gonna be stuck on talking about some. This is why I got off of this shit, because I'm not here. I'm cool, good at like, okay, the problem is this, so ooh, but I ain't about to sit here and talk about some goddamn problems, man. Listen, I want some wealth. You know what I'm saying? And so our whole conversation need to be on activating that and building upon that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to spend too much time um, in problems. That's why I like to give the solution immediately after talking about it. You know what I mean? All right. All right, man. We good? We good. 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 All right, man. We good. We keep this one short today, man. Appreciate you. Get at me, man. MyAstrologyCoach.com. Call me if you need me. 267-403-4078. Get that subconscious money continuum. Don't play around, man. If you ain't got it, just slip it. But like I always say, take care of your family, man. The Prosperity Investment Group Family Wealth Club is where we at, man. We doing deals amongst each other. I will show y'all the rent roll where, my partners and I, we getting this rental money. Okay. Y'all see my man called me in the earlier call. I got to call and check on the goddamn house right now because the goddamn water pipes is getting on my nerve. All right. But that's part of the business, man. So with that, man, I'll see y'all later. All right. Appreciate your peace.